Twin pregnancy changes everything in a single heartbeat. One moment you are imagining a future with one tiny pair of shoes by the door, and the next you are staring at an ultrasound that doubles your world in an instant. The excitement feels electric, but so does the fear. Questions multiply faster than answers. Will I be strong enough? Will my body handle this? Will I be enough for 2 lives at once? If I could talk to myself on the day I found out, I would say that the journey ahead will stretch me beyond anything I thought possible, but it will also reveal a depth of love and resilience I never knew I carried. This is for every heart just beginning this extraordinary path. This video is a reflective and emotional message to anyone standing at the beginning of a twin pregnancy, feeling overwhelmed, amazed, and perhaps a little terrified. It is a letter to the past version of myself, the one who walked out of that appointment in silence, holding a photo that represented twice the responsibility and twice the miracle. If you have just discovered you are expecting twins, or if you are somewhere along this path wondering whether you can handle it, this message is for you. Stay with me until the end, because what feels impossible today may become the most transformative chapter of your life. And if this resonates with you, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs encouragement on their journey. Twin pregnancy. If I could talk to myself on the day I found out, I would begin by acknowledging the storm of emotions that rushed in all at once. There was joy so intense it almost hurt, followed closely by fear that whispered questions I did not yet know how to answer. I remember the stillness of that moment, how time felt suspended between who I had been and who I was about to become. 2 heartbeats meant double the responsibility, double the preparation, double the unknown. I did not yet understand that it would also mean double the strength, double the growth, and a love so expansive it would stretch every boundary of my heart. On that day, I believed I needed to have everything figured out immediately, but the truth is that twin pregnancy is not a test you pass with perfect answers. It is a transformation you step into slowly, learning to breathe in uncertainty and exhale trust. If I could speak to that earlier version of myself, I would tell her that fear does not mean weakness. Fear means you understand the magnitude of what is coming. Carrying 2 lives at once is not simply a physical reality. It is an emotional awakening. Your body will change faster than you expected, and your energy will fluctuate in ways that feel unfamiliar. Some days you will feel powerful, almost invincible, aware that you are sustaining 2 growing souls within you. Other days you will feel exhausted before the morning has fully begun. You will question whether your body is capable of such an extraordinary task. Trust that it is. The human body is built for adaptation, and your heart is built for expansion. The discomfort does not signal failure. It signals growth. Each ache, each sleepless night, each anxious thought is part of a deeper reshaping of who you are becoming. I would tell myself that comparison is a trap that steals joy from a journey already demanding enough. You may look at others who carried 1 baby and wonder why your experience feels heavier, more intense, more overwhelming. Twin pregnancy is not simply a doubled version of a single pregnancy. It is its own unique path with its own rhythm and challenges. Your body will carry differently, your appointments may be more frequent, and your mind may race ahead to logistics that feel impossible to organize. Instead of comparing timelines, energy levels, or emotional responses, focus on honoring your specific experience. There is no universal standard for how this should feel. There is only your story unfolding in real time. The sooner you release the expectation of handling it perfectly, the sooner you create space for compassion toward yourself. If I could talk to myself on that day, I would also emphasize the importance of asking for help without shame. Independence may have been a source of pride in the past, but twin pregnancy teaches the value of community. You will need support, not because you are incapable, but because you are undertaking something immense. Allow others to assist with small tasks, to sit beside you during appointments, to share in your worries without judgment. Strength does not mean carrying every burden alone. In fact, true strength is recognizing when the weight is meant to be distributed. The arrival of 2 babies will not only transform you, it will expand the circle of people who care about you. Let them show up, let them learn how to support you. This is not a sign of failure. It is a lesson in connection. I would remind myself that preparation does not require perfection. The lists will grow longer as the weeks pass. 2 cribs, 2 sets of clothes, double the diapers, double the planning. The practical details can feel overwhelming, especially when combined with hormonal shifts and physical fatigue. It is easy to believe that if every item is not perfectly organized, something will go wrong. The truth is that readiness is not measured by the symmetry of a nursery or the number of supplies stored away. Readiness is measured by your willingness to adapt. There will be surprises no matter how carefully you plan. There will be moments when both babies cry at once and you wonder how you will manage. You will manage. Not flawlessly, but faithfully. Progress will replace perfection as your guiding principle. If I could return to that first day, I would speak gently about patience. Twin pregnancy has a way of stretching time. Some weeks seem to move slowly as you count milestones and track growth, while other weeks rush forward, leaving you breathless. You may find yourself wanting to fast forward past discomfort or anxiety, eager to hold your babies safely in your arms. Yet within this waiting period, something essential is happening. You are developing endurance. You are learning to sit with uncertainty. You are practicing trust in processes you cannot control. Patience is not passive, it is active faith in unfolding life. Every day you carry those 2 heartbeats as evidence of resilience. Even when you feel restless or afraid, you are already doing the work of motherhood by showing up consistently. I would tell myself that it is normal to worry about the future. Thoughts about finances, sleep, schedules, and identity will swirl in your mind. How will life look with 2 newborns? Will you lose parts of yourself in the process? These questions are not signs of selfishness, they are reflections of awareness. Life will change profoundly, and acknowledging that change is healthy. However, I would caution myself not to let hypothetical fears overshadow present blessings. The mind has a habit of projecting worst-case scenarios, especially when responsibility increases. Ground yourself in what is true today. Today you are carrying life. Today your body is performing an extraordinary act. Tomorrow will bring its own solutions. You do not need to solve every future challenge in advance. Focus on nurturing strength in the present moment. If I could talk to myself on the day I found out, I would encourage her to document the journey. Not because every moment will feel magical, but because even the difficult days will carry meaning later. Write down the fears, the cravings, the milestones, the unexpected laughter. Twin pregnancy moves quickly in retrospect, even if it feels endless in the moment. There will come a time when you will look back at your swollen feet, your tired eyes, and your anxious heart with tenderness. You will realize that you were braver than you believed. Memories fade, but written reflections endure. Capturing your thoughts creates a bridge between who you were and who you will become. It allows you to witness your own growth. I would remind myself that love does not divide, it multiplies. On that first day, a quiet worry crept in about whether I could love 2 children equally and fully. The heart seems finite when viewed logically, as though affection must be portioned carefully. Yet twin pregnancy begins teaching you early that love expands to meet demand. The anticipation you feel for each baby does not compete, it deepens. You will discover nuances in connection, subtle differences in movement and rhythm even before birth. These distinctions will not fragment your love. They will enrich it. The capacity of the human heart is far greater than fear suggests. You will not run out of tenderness. You will be surprised by how naturally it flows. If I could speak to that earlier version of myself, I would tell her to listen closely to her body. Carrying twins requires heightened awareness. Rest when exhaustion arrives instead of pushing through it. Nourish yourself intentionally, recognizing that your energy fuels 3 lives simultaneously. There may be pressure to maintain productivity or meet external expectations, but this season demands recalibration. Slowing down is not laziness, it is wisdom. Your body is communicating constantly through sensations and signals. Honoring those messages strengthens trust between mind and body. Twin pregnancy invites you to treat yourself with the same care you intend to give your children. Compassion toward yourself sets the tone for everything that follows. I would also acknowledge that vulnerability will surface in unexpected ways. Hormones amplify emotions, and the reality of raising 2 children at once can feel overwhelming. There may be tears without clear reasons, moments of doubt that appear suddenly, and waves of gratitude that leave you speechless. Rather than resisting these fluctuations, allow them to move through you. Emotional openness is not instability. It is responsiveness to profound change. Twin pregnancy is not just a physical state. It is an identity shift unfolding gradually. You are becoming someone new, and transformation is rarely linear. Embrace the complexity of your feelings as evidence that you are engaged fully in this process. If I could talk to myself on that day, I would speak about identity with honesty. You may fear losing independence, spontaneity, or aspects of your previous life. While certain routines will shift, you will not disappear. Instead, you will integrate new dimensions into your sense of self. Motherhood, especially with twins, reveals strengths you did not know existed. It challenges time management, emotional resilience, and creativity. You will discover efficiency where chaos once seemed inevitable. You will redefine priorities and find clarity in what truly matters. This evolution does not erase who you were. It expands upon it. Growth can feel like loss at first, but it ultimately becomes enrichment. I would remind myself that setbacks do not equate to failure. There may be medical concerns, unexpected appointments, or plans that need revision. Twin pregnancies sometimes require closer monitoring, and uncertainty can heighten anxiety. During those moments, breathe deeply and return to trust. Medical guidance exists to support you, not to frighten you. Adaptation is part of this path. Flexibility will serve you better than rigid expectations. Each challenge you navigate strengthens confidence for what lies ahead. You are building resilience not only for pregnancy but for parenting to unique individuals with distinct needs and personalities. If I could speak one more time to that earlier self, I would emphasize gratitude without minimizing difficulty. Twin pregnancy is demanding. It tests endurance, patience, and emotional bandwidth. Yet within that demand lies extraordinary privilege. Few experiences compare to feeling two separate movements within the same body, to witnessing life multiply before your eyes. Gratitude does not require denying exhaustion or fear. It simply means recognizing beauty alongside struggle. The coexistence of both defines this journey. By acknowledging gratitude intentionally, you anchor yourself in perspective during challenging days. Finally, I would tell myself that the moment of holding both babies for the first time will eclipse countless worries. The sleepless nights, the anxious appointments, the meticulous preparations will fade into the background as two small lives rest against you. You will realize that everything you questioned about your strength has already been answered by your perseverance. Twin pregnancy will not have been easy, but it will have been transformative. You will stand in awe of what your body and heart accomplished together. And in that awe you will find peace, knowing that you were always capable of more than you imagined. If you are at the beginning of a twin pregnancy, standing in that fragile space between excitement and fear, know that you are stronger than this moment feels. You do not need to have every answer today. Growth will meet you step by step, breath by breath. The journey will stretch you, humble you, and ultimately reshape you in ways that reveal hidden resilience and boundless love. One day you may look back and wish you could reassure your earlier self. Until then, let this message serve as that reassurance. You are capable, you are becoming, and you are already enough for both of them.